Thanks for being here. I know it's been a long day. And welcome to the counselor panel session. As I was introduced as KARINE LAIDLEY, Project Lead the Way. If you don't know us, we are a nonprofit. We have pre-K through 12 programs for computer science, including cybersecurity in the high school, biomedical sciences, and engineering. But enough about PLTW. So I'm really thrilled to be here. It's an honor. When I first heard that I'll be talking at this specific panel session, it was a little bit hard to pick a topic, to be quite frank. There's always so much to talk about when it comes to education. But I do think that with our panelists and our amazing group of educators here today, what better topic than how to inspire students to pursue careers in cybersecurity. It has been the topic of the day, so I'm happy to be here to close out the day with that. Let's start with some statistics. I would like to say that a lot of us saw some numbers out there. It's really important to know where we stand as a country, as a nation, and even globally. So if you look at, if you look at that first number, it's about 600% increase in cyber crimes since the pandemic. 350% increase in ransomware since the year 2018. The global cost for cybercrime today per year is about $6 trillion. Yes, that is a correct number. I had to double check, triple check that one. And the market size for cybersecurity today is about 200 billion, estimated to grow into 370 billion by the year 2028. As cybercrimes continue to grow and increase, businesses are investing, institutions, the government, schools, everybody is investing in protecting their infrastructure. In fact, as you can see here, information security analysts, the employment is projected to grow 32% by the year 2032. A lot more than the other occupations, as you saw on the chart. But here's the problem. Even though companies are changing their requirements, their educational requirements when hiring talent for cybersecurity jobs, like we heard earlier today with Cynthia and others, they're foregoing college education for certifications. The need is still there. We're still having a hard time to find the workforce to meet the demands of today. In fact, there is more than 572,000 job openings today in cybersecurity. Really hard to believe, that is the number. So how do we develop that workforce? How do we develop a workforce that is ready to problem solve, innovate, and persevere in an industry like this? I'd like to first talk about the problem that we have. So the talent gap today is that we cannot find the workforce, like I said, and to meet the demand. Even though companies are changing their requirements. So I would like to say, how do we inspire students to pursue cybersecurity? All right, excuse me. So I'd like to approach this problem from two angles. One angle is creativity, and the other one is exposure. As technical skills change over time, there's always one thing that remains constant, and that is the need to innovate and the need to be able to creatively problem solve. We know that's not going anywhere. And young children have an amazing and an incredible amount of ability to innovate and to be creative. So we as educators have to foster that creativity. And not squash it. And so how do we do that? How do we provide students opportunities to feel creative, to feel like they're innovators and they're critical thinkers? Schools today, and I'm not generalizing, but a lot of schools today approach this problem in a kind of old school traditional educational system. Students spend most of their days at school being told what to do, and a lot of times exactly how to do it. So we need to foster, we need to provide them opportunities to explore, to have inquiry, to have open-endedness, because these experiences are going to naturally lend themselves to more creative thinking and engaging problem-solving experiences that will hook students into certain fields, like cybersecurity. I'd like to play the slideshow real quick. So let's encourage collaboration, as you see on the slides. Let's encourage teamwork. Let's encourage some controlled chaos in our classrooms. Because, like I said, that is going to inspire students to work together to problem solve and not feel like the focus is on the end result, but more on the journey to get to wherever they want to get to. All right, the second piece that I'd like to talk about is exposure. And like I was saying earlier, it's important to be creative, but it's also important to expose students to computer science and cybersecurity early and often. We all know that schools create this funnel effect, where students self-select as they move from elementary to middle school to high school. And in fact, studies have shown that students start to formulate what they think they're good at or interested in as early as the age of 5, really, really early. So if we wait till high school to tell them to come do cybersecurity, unfortunately, we're going to miss out on a lot of the students. It's just too late by then. We have to start earlier. There's a quote there that we use a lot at Project Lead the Way. Students can't be what they can't see. I love that Cynthia also touched on that in her keynote at the lunch general session. We have to not only expose students to content like cyber and computer science, but we also need to expose them to career connections that highlight professionals that look like them. The earlier we do that, and the more often we do that, that's going to increase the chances that they feel inclusion and belonging in these fields, right? So that is really important to make sure you include in your curriculum or use curriculum that is focused on diversity and encouraging everybody to try and explore STEM curriculum, computer science curriculum, cybersecurity curriculum. So early experiences, early exposure will normalize the subject. More hands-on, engaging, relevant experiences is going to pique their interest in that subject. And recurring repetition is going to increase their confidence in that subject. Everything is important. Again, early, start early, do it often. Imagine a kindergarten classroom. These are pictures from some of our classrooms. And it's the best thing, by the way, when you visit classrooms. It's super inspiring to see these kids do what they do. So imagine a kindergarten classroom like this one, where students are slightly chaotic, but still under control, working together, moving around, trying to develop algorithms to program a robot or a human child to follow an algorithm and see how it goes. It's really engaging, really fun, and they're being exposed to these concepts and these skills at an early age. I think we have a technical difficulty here. There are some pictures here from a middle school classroom where it shows students working together on microbits and connecting devices and learning how to be makers of technology, connecting devices, programming them, and learning about the concepts of Internet of Things, hardware, networking, all in a really fun, engaging way again, early in their middle school ages. And finally, a classroom where students become cryptographers, and they work on solving or using ciphers to encrypt and decrypt messages. Really engaging, really fun, age-appropriate activities that will expose students to all of these concepts. Not only will all of these experiences give the students that confidence to explore more computer science and cybersecurity education when they get to high school, but they're also going to give them and equip them with skills that they need in their future to thrive, regardless of what profession they end up pursuing. So I would really like to end this with a call to action. A call for all of our administrators to provide access to cybersecurity and computer science education early and often, because one day or 1 week is not going to cut it. We need more than that. And for our educators to feel empowered to take the training they need and teach cybersecurity at their schools, advocate for cybersecurity at their schools. And of course, for our amazing counselors to learn more about the field of cybersecurity, encourage their students to take these courses, and most importantly, inform them of the different paths they can take to pursue a career in cyber. It could be certifications, maybe a little bit of experience, 2-year programs, and of course, a traditional college path. So I would like to end it with, let's all commit to inspire the next generation and to build the pipeline necessary to protect our nation. Thank you very much.